Monk Mode Gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro. See, I'm here to tell you, they use this book in the Lord God's name in vain. I repeat, they use this book in the Lord God's name in vain. They'll tell you and preach that when God said, "Be fruitful and multiply," listen, he was talking about the established men. And you gonna say, King 40, you really believe that? Yes, he was talking about the establishment. You be fruitful and multiply. But listen, you have to go out here in this world and collect your fruit for you to multiply, for you to even be fruitful. How are you gonna be fruitful and you don't even speak more than one language? You're not being fruitful. You can't communicate with your brothers and sisters across the river, across the ocean. At the end of the day, you see the buys and tries. At the end of the day, I'm not even flexing. I'm just talking with my hands like this. And your woman, at the end of the day, she gonna see my buys and tries. She gonna see the bicep just peeking out. But at the end of the day, your woman is safe around me because I'm not gonna smash her, because I understand patience. And listen, if I don't have a portfolio of multi-millions of dollars, listen, I'm not gonna be around women. I'm not gonna put women in a thumbnail to play off of men's lust. Listen, these guys are putting women in a thumbnail to play off of you guys' lust. So at the end of the day, I don't have to do that because I play a long-term game. I don't have to sell out within 7 months of me starting a YouTube channel. Listen, I do not care about fame. At the end of the day, I just don't want YouTube to say, "Oh, you're making faceless content. Oh, you probably an AI." At the end of the day, this is not to go viral. At the end of the day, listen, if my videos only help 3 people per video and I don't get 300K per video, listen, it does not matter. The fact that I help 3 people fight all temptations of lust, flee all temptations of lust. Listen, the guys who have lust problems, those are the lazy guys. At the end of the day, we're trying to show you on monk mode. If you retain, you won't be lazy. If you retain your seed, you won't be a lazy man. Listen, you're not going to get this from being a lazy man. You're not going to get this from being a lazy man. You see look, they see the veins, the vascularity. Look, the vascularity. You're not going to get that from being a lazy man. Listen, people think, oh, they can be 600 pounds and just put this book in the Lord God name in vain. They want to say, oh, God's going to take care of it. Listen, at 600 pounds, faith without works is dead. I repeat, faith without works is dead. Listen, don't just say God got me. Listen, at the end of the day, you have to work at the same time. Men don't want to understand this, but listen, I have to tell you, you have to go out and hunt daily for resources. Yes, I repeat, you have to go out daily and hunt for resources. Every time you work on your biceps and triceps and you walk around with biceps and triceps, guess what? That's all you're doing is sharpening your blade. So you're sharpening your blade. Hours and hours and hours of sharpening your blade. At the end of the day, when you get ready to collect your resources, listen, you can delete, and you get the memo. Peep the wordplay. You can take your resources. So at the end of the day, you don't need to sell out. You don't need to go like Rich and Unemployed. Listen, Rich and Unemployed, he got baddies, quote unquote baddies, on every show. Come to find out, he said he's rich and unemployed, so he's not employed and he wants to be rich. At the end of the day, he was paying women off of the government's money. At the end of the day, This is America. This is a first world country. So you're going to have to pay those women to come on your podcast. So meanwhile, while the dude's laughing at you with the Lamborghini, he's laughing at you with the Ferrari. Ha, 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 ha. At the end of the day, in 10 years later, he's not going to be there. He's not going to be here. He's going to be incarcerated. And then it's going to be ha, 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 ha. Because at the end of the day, the turtle wins the race. I repeat, the turtle wins the race. If you take your time, you don't have to scam the government, and they will recoup you even though you scam them. So you don't have to scam the government to ride in Ferraris just to talk to bitter women who've been smashed by every guy on a football team. At the end of the day, listen, it's more to life than America. Is more to life than America. This is why I tell you to be an introvert. Because just because we believe in God, listen, they'll claim that they believe in God too. I repeat, they'll claim that they believe in God too. They'll use the Lord's name in vain. They'll say, they'll keep committing sins and then keep praying and say, yeah, He just gonna forgive me for it. Knowing they're gonna keep committing sins. Knowing they gonna keep lusting after this woman that's not theirs. Listen, at the end of the day, we don't have to live that lifestyle. Listen, we can live the lifestyle that you actually want to live. Listen, take your time. Keep dropping content. Listen, the majority of people out here in this world, they're afraid to drop content. They rather go out and fish without the GoPro. They want to go fish without the camera recording themselves fishing and dropping the content. No, they're just doing it for free. And this is a first world country. This is not gonna... How long are you gonna keep doing this? How long are you gonna keep watching other people blow up on YouTube and you're not gonna drop content? But since you're not gonna drop content, listen, we're not gonna feel bad when you're not at the Lambo dealership with us. When we're at the Lamborghini dealership, we're not going to feel bad for you. You didn't want to drop content. You wanted to be cool. You wanted to smash all the chicks. And you wanted to downplay us because we didn't want to be around the women. Because we actually love women. So since we actually love women, we're only going to go around women once we're multi-millionaires. Listen, if you can't show a woman a $10 million portfolio, a $10 million portfolio, at the end of the day, listen, give up SCX, take SCX off of your mind. Don't worry about smashing anything. Don't worry about any orgasms. Listen, you need to worry about going outside every single day and hunting for resources. Once you get your resources up, listen, dropping content is hunting for resources. I repeat, dropping content is hunting for resources. So you guys are hunting for resources the more content you're dropping. You drop 4 videos a day, you hunting for 4 resources a day. Listen, at the end of the day, you drop 12 videos a day. Listen, at the end of the day, you're not going to need to pay a guy like Andrew Tate. He's going to go to jail. He's not going to last. At the end of the day, these guys are the rabbits. You need to be the turtle in life. If you're the turtle, guess what? You'll last long. Long term, you're going to buy the Ferrari. You'll have the Ferrari for 30 plus years. Because you thought long term. You're not going to have a Ferrari for 6 months. Smash 6 months worth of thotties. Then get it recouped. Then you got to go to jail for 6 years. At the end of the day, we don't have time for that. That's not how to go on a generational run. At the end of the day, this is why I tell men to be introverts. Because when you're an introvert, listen, these guys are boys. And if you have friends, listen, you're trying to ride and drive Ferrari F8 Tributos. And these dudes are trying to drive Hondas. Listen, at the end of the day, listen, it's just not going to work out. They're not focused on what you're focused on. Listen, I block everybody who's not focused on what I'm focused on. Listen, at the end of the day, you gotta go out here and get these resources. As a man, you only have one responsibility. That's provide and protect. So you gotta go out here and get resources. But I'm letting you guys know, you don't have to scam the youth to get resources. Because then that's how we don't go on a generational run. Well, I'm not gonna say we as in me. Because regardless, listen, I'm gonna go on a generational run. Listen, nobody in my family has Ferraris or Lamborghinis. I'm not going out like that. At the end of the day, if it take me till 33 years old to own a Lamborghini Urus, at the end of the day, it's better late than never. Yes, better late that you got it at 33 instead of at 18 like NBA Youngboy. Because then if you got it at 18 like NBA Youngboy, you would have went to jail 7 times. But since you waited till you were 33 or 43 to get the Lamborghini Urus, you didn't have to crash out. You could actually take your time. You could actually pass up all the women. You could have zero sex. Listen, I'm telling you, having zero sex is the best life ever. We don't have to worry about child support. We don't have to worry about, oh, a woman's using me. I think she love me. I think she not. Listen, we don't have to worry about that. We're worried about the portfolio. Listen, 5 to 10 years from now, we're thinking about real estate and owning villas in different countries. Listen, we practicing speaking Spanish. We're practicing different languages. Dudes are lusting after American women and they only speak one language. They only speak one language. So listen, dudes out here, they trying to get the cat. They not focused on business long term. This why they gotta complain about the white man. Because the white man, he can speak 7 different languages. Because he wasn't worried about smashing chicks from the back like Pookie and Ray Ray and them and AMS and them. Listen, at the end of the day, be the introvert. Because listen, when we pull these Lambos out, are we really loners? Listen, when we pull these Lambos out, we don't have to grow up. Yeah, when you get the Lambo and the Ferrari, you don't have to grow up. And what I mean by you don't have to grow up is, listen, we driving Hot Wheels cars. We driving real life Hot Wheels cars. Life is so amazing once you stop focusing on sex. Listen, you got to understand the beauty in life. When you get buys and tries, walking around looking like a bodybuilder, and we don't even bodybuild. Like, we don't perform at contests. Listen, we're not even in competition, but it just look like it. Cause dudes not walking around here knowing that this is a jungle. They walking around here thinking this is ice cream land. So when they playing ice cream land, they get $5,000 in child support. Dudes is not telling you that. Oh, they want you to go date 20 women. So when you smash 20 chicks, you're going to have 5 kids by women that you don't like. Y'all going to argue all the time. Look, I block people that disagree with me. So if you disagree with my content, listen, comment and say you don't agree, and I'm going to just block you. At the end of the day, it's all about the campaign. I repeat, at the end of the day, it's all about the campaign. It's all about you and your soldiers. Listen, at the end of the day, when I die, 2,000 Lambo Urus is pulling up to my funeral. Listen, say they condolences by the engine whine. Listen, don't shed no tears. Just rev the engine, and y'all all dip out. Listen, at the end of the day, we gonna go on a great generational run. At the end of the day, listen, I'm tired of all of this black community. Oh, we didn't get 40 acres and a mule. Listen, for $10 million in Rio de Janeiro, you can get 22,000 acres. They keep talking about 40 acres and a mule, and did you watch the movie Sinners? Nobody cares about 40 acres when you can get 22,000 acres in Rio de Janeiro with a woman not gonna call you a boy. At the end of the day, listen, they got 101 Porsches out here. Listen, when you own two Porsche 911s, you get put on a national list. You could go to Dubai and get a $1.8 million Porsche. I'm not even going to tell you the name of the Porsche. At the end of the day, just know it's worth $1.8 million. So all these dudes are telling you, oh, there's no hope out here. There's no hope. The world's coming to an end. Let them prepare for the end of the world while we're going to prepare for this $1.8 million Porsche. At the end of the day, they're worried about the wrong stuff in life. And that's on purpose. The elites want you to worry about the wrong stuff. But when you focus on buys and tries, like Arnold Schwarzenegger's statue is doing, he's focused on his own self, his own body. Don't focus on what Elon Musk has. He's not looking at Elon Musk's arms, because Elon Musk doesn't have buys and tries. At the end of the day, they print trillions of dollars every single day. And dudes are focused on Elon Musk. At the end of the day, this is why they don't have anything. Listen, it doesn't matter if you're 30 years old, you have no kids, and you got a clean record. Listen, you in the game. All you got to do at 30 years old, put in 10 years of work. Listen, you will have buys and tries by 40 years old looking amazing. And guess what? You're going to be riding around in a Ferrari, the Hellcat, the TRX Raptor. Just listen, at the end of the day, never local. We going to have passports. Listen, real estate portfolios come before the woman. They want you guys to feel bad for not smashing women, because they're smashing women. But the guys who are smashing women every night or every weekend from coming home drunk at the club, listen, they're one deep stroke away from an SA charge. Do you guys want to deal with the SA charge? Because if you deal with an SA charge, how are you going to get the penthouse? They're not going to accept you. Because you wanted to go out to clubs and get drunk with the thotty. So now when she recoup off of you, plus the government, Uncle Sam, recoup off of you also, and they taking 70% because you on child support too. How are you going to be able to afford the Ferrari? You're not going to be able to afford the Ferrari. You're not going to be able to go to Dubai and get the $1.8 million Porsche. Because you won't be able to get put on a list for owning two 911s. At the end of the day, let's focus on the amazing part of life. They want you to focus on, oh, we might get hit with something. At the end of the day, stop being weak. The majority of society is weak. You don't have to follow them. You don't have to follow those guys. Listen, follow us. We'll lead you to the Lambo dealership. And I really don't like the word follow. Listen, just vamonos. At the end of the day, we all going there. We're all going to the Lambo dealership. They're trying to tell you 20 steps how to smash a woman. So just ask yourself, you need 20 steps to smash a woman that a guy that she really liked got to smash doing 0 steps and he really didn't care about her. What does that say about you if you need FitX Fearless 10 steps to smash? It goes to show you're not established, because if you were established, Lambos back to back, you wouldn't even have to worry about a woman and she would just pop up out of nowhere. She would just spawn like Call of Duty Black Ops. These guys are in the house playing Call of Duty Black Ops instead of going out getting resources and pulling out back-to-back Lambos, all matte black like Call of Duty Blackout. At the end of the day, Monk Mode Gang, you know what's going on. They mad at me because I might post 20 videos in one day, but I really don't care. Listen, I'm trying to help. Listen, I pray for the prey. These dudes is preying on the weak, but I pray that the weak get strong. So, listen, a lot of the weak, they're sheep, but I'm the sheep dog. I'm not the wolves. I scare the wolves away, but I'm not the wolf. I'm the sheepdog. All I do is protect the sheep. It's my job to protect the sheep. So listen, Monk Mode Gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.